The iPhone 13 is going to be getting the new A15 chipset that we all imagine it would. However, with a computer chipset shortage, Apple has an A15 shortage answer in the latest leak and how they're going to combat this. Also, we've had a leak of some changes to all of the iPhone 13 camera sensors across the whole range. I want to share all the details with you and the latest on the iPhone 13 release date and price and a summary of everything we know so far. Hi, it's Matt here. So in 2021, this year, we're expecting the release of the iPhone 13 or even the iPhone 12s. So with WWDC 2021 coming up, we have had the first Apple event this year called Spring Loaded that showed us the new purple iPhone 12, also the upgraded Apple TV and those new AirTags, also the newly designed iMac M1 and of course the brand new iPad Pro M1 as well. But as you guess, we didn't see any new iPhones, but not to worry, we have the latest news about them and when we're going to get our hands on them. So let's get started with the release date. This year in 2021, we're expecting an end September, early October launch of all 4 iPhone 13 models. Now right away you're probably wondering, how on earth have we got to this conclusion? Well, it's quite simple and logistic really when you think about it. Let's do a quick summary of how we have got here by doing a tiny summary of the last 10 years of iPhone model release dates. If we go way back to the iPhone 4S in 2011, this classic iPhone came out on October 14th, 2011. Then skip a year to 2012 with the iPhone 5, it was September the 21st, 2012. Then let's skip a few years ahead to say 2016 where it was the iPhone 7 and the 7 Plus release year where we had a release date of September 16th. Then in 2019 we saw the release date of the iPhone XS or the XS on September 21st and the XR or the XR on October 26th. And last year, for example, with the iPhone 12 models release dates, they were from October 23rd to November 13th. Now mainly you can see the release dates have been an end September to end October, with the main exception of last year where it was a bit unusual for the iPhone 12 due to COVID. We had a bit of delay on the release of the models. However, if the pandemic dies down, we expect an Apple event in September for the iPhone 13 models with a release of mid-October compared to the delayed launch what we had in 2020. We will also see other events for other Apple products like the MacBooks, iPads, Apple Watch, AirPods and loads more. And if you want more info about these products, do check out my other videos on this channel and make sure you hit the subscribe button, notification bell to get the latest news on them. For price, I'll get onto in the mo for each of the models, but first let's talk about the new leak about how Apple will combat the A15 chipset shortage. A new report from DigiTimes Asia suggests that Apple supplier of mobile silicon, TSMC, has started production of the A15 chipset set to be used in the upcoming iPhone 13 range. That could mean the phones are on schedule to be released in around September time. It has been a question to be answered with the global chip shortage now predicted to last until late 2022, and the report has suggested that it will affect supply of Apple's new MacBooks and iPads, and with of course the latest on the iPhones. However, it seems that Apple have wised up this year because last year with the iPhone 12 we did get quite a delayed launch of the models. We do believe this is because of chip shortages. For now, however, it looks like all systems are go. The new report also claims that demand for the A15 Bionic chipset will be greater in scale than the A14 that was in the iPhone 12 range. That suggests Apple is expecting even greater sales for its next flagship phones, and if the A15 chipsets are starting production, that suggests that the iPhone 13 could be coming out during Apple's usual release schedule, what is September time for its flagship phones. Next, we have had a leak that all the iPhone 13 models will have the sensor shift technology that we have inside the iPhone 12 Pro Max at the moment. The iPhone 12 range has excellent cameras, but we're expecting various improvements for the iPhone 13 range, including the possibility of the use of sensor shift OIS, what is optical image stabilization, on all of the models. This means every model from the iPhone 13 mini all the way up to the iPhone 13 Pro Max. This leak is according to DigiTimes again, and it's a move that should improve the camera stabilization on the phones, helping the device counteract shaky hands and delivery shots that are in focus. Sensor shift OIS works in response by actually moving the sensor itself actually inside the actual camera mechanism, so basically it feels like you're shooting on a tripod. Most phones, including most of the iPhone normal 12 range, use a form of OIS that moves actually the lens instead, but that generally is less effective, and actually moving the whole kind of camera module, the actual sensor itself, is much more effective. So this would be a generational upgrade for all the models except for the iPhone 13 Pro Max, as the 12 Pro Max, for example, already uses sensor shift OIS. So next, let's talk about the iPhone 13 model prices, and the best way to do this is give you a summary of what we know so far for all the models. So let's begin with the smallest iPhone, what's going to come out, the iPhone 13 mini. It will have a 5.4 inch LTPO OLED display, what is different from the OLED display what's been in the iPhone 12s. It will have a resolution though of 2340 by 1080, and it will be a 60Hz refresh rate screen. It will come with the options this year with 128GB, 256GB and 512GB. There will be that new A15 Bionic with 5G connectivity inside it, 4GB of RAM, and the main body will be made out of aluminium. On the rear, again, just like the iPhone 12, we will have a dual camera setup. The prices start with the base model of 128GB for $699 and go all the way up to 512GB for $849. Moving next onto the iPhone 13, it will have a 6.1 inch LTPO OLED display, and its resolution for that will be 2532 by 1170, and again it will have a 60Hz refresh rate display. Again, the storage options are very similar to the 13 mini, 128GB, 256GB and a 512GB storage option. Again, we'll get the A15 Bionic with 5G connectivity, 4GB of RAM, aluminium body, dual camera setup on the back, and this time for the base model, the 128GB model, it will start at $799 and go all the way up to $949 for the 512GB storage option. Next is the iPhone 13 Pro, and things start to change a bit here. Again, it will be a 6.1 inch LTPO LED display, and it will have a resolution of 2532 by 1170. However, this time it will come with a ProMotion 120Hz refresh rate display on this iPhone. The storage options are changed a bit as well. You'll get 128GB, 256GB, 512GB, and also for the first time a choice of a 1TB storage option. There'll be an A15 Bionic again inside with 5G connectivity, 6GB of RAM this time, and also the body will be made out of a stainless steel frame body. On the back, you'll get a triple camera setup and LiDAR sensors similar to the iPhone 12 Pro, and then for the price, the starting price for the 128GB model will be $1,049, and then the new 1TB option at the other end of the scale will be $1,549. Then moving on next to the iPhone 13 Pro Max, it will come with a 6.7 inch LTPO OLED display, and the resolution of that will be 2778 by 1280. Again, it will have that ProMotion 120Hz refresh rate display, and again the storage options similar to the Pro. It'll be 128GB, 256GB, 512, and also that new 1TB storage option. Again, A15 inside paired with 5G connectivity, 6GB of RAM, the stainless steel frame body similar to the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and again a triple camera setup and the LiDAR sensor again like the Pro Max for the 12. Storage options start for the 128GB at $1,149 all the way up to the 1TB option, what is $1,649. And that is a summary of the model so far. As per usual, I'll be keeping you updated of all the details of all the new iPhones up until its launch time. So don't forget, if you have liked this video, to press the like button, and of course to hear the latest iPhone news, Apple news, reviews and comparisons, please do hit that subscribe button followed by the bell. Until next time guys, see ya!